Hello, my name is Erin. I am a registered dietitian and I also specialize in celiac disease, gluten-free disorders, and the gluten-free diet, as well as other GI disorders. So I want to jump on here, answer 6 questions about gluten. We talk a lot about gluten in the media, but oftentimes it's not really clear what it is. So I have 6 questions that I'm going to go through to help you understand gluten, the gluten-free diet, that sort of thing. So number 1, what even is gluten, right? Gluten is a protein. So there's protein, carbs, and fat in every grain and every food that we eat. It is the protein that's found in 3 grains: wheat, rye, and barley. Now, most people think of gluten being in bread, pasta, that sort of thing. And the reason is because wheat and barley and rye make bread and pasta. There are other gluten-free grains, rice, quinoa, that are naturally gluten-free. They don't have that protein in it. So gluten is the protein in 3 of those grains. Now, why are so many people gluten-free? One of the big reasons, which is a condition that I have, which is called celiac disease. It's an autoimmune disease, and the body attacks itself when gluten is present. So any amount of gluten causes an autoimmune reaction, which can make the individual really sick. So that is one of the biggest reasons and a more clinical reason. There's other health conditions that an individual might want to follow a gluten-free diet, other GI issues, other autoimmune disorders, other thyroid conditions, where somebody might feel better on a gluten-free diet. The other reason would be gluten sensitivity or intolerance, both very similar, which means that if the person eats gluten, they usually have negative symptoms, most likely GI symptoms, constipation, diarrhea, that sort of thing. So for a multitude of different reasons, people are following gluten-free diets. Leading into number 3, if you're not gluten intolerant, can you benefit from a gluten-free diet? So the answer is yes, if you have another condition, right, that's appropriate. So another autoimmune disease, another maybe thyroid disorder or something like that. If you feel better on the gluten-free diet, if you're supporting family members on the gluten-free diet, it might be helpful. However, with that said, not everybody needs to be on a gluten-free diet, right? There is a lot of value in wheat, rye, and barley and products with gluten in them, right? There's a lot of great fiber. There's a lot of great nutrients. So unless you need to go gluten-free, don't do it, right? There is no need to be over-restricted with that. There is no benefit as far as like weight loss or longevity or anything like that unless you have another one of these conditions, right? So if you're free from the conditions that I mentioned, you do not need to follow a gluten-free diet. If you have questions about that, definitely talk to your primary doctor or a registered dietitian. So one question I get all the time is if I find it hard finding snacks that are gluten-free. So I've been gluten-free for almost 10 years now. 10 years ago is almost impossible. Nowadays it is a lot easier, but there are a ton of products on the market. So now it's hard to decide what products taste good, what products meet nutrition criteria that I would want as a registered dietitian. So there's an abundance of gluten-free snacks, but the good ones and the ones that are nutritionally sound are hard to find and hard to know like what is good, both from a taste perspective, nutrition perspective, if they're celiac safe, that sort of thing. So it can be challenging. And with a gluten-free diet and somebody with celiac disease, snacks are huge. If you have followed along with me or seen me on other platforms, I preach snacks all day long. And I always encourage people to pack snacks and have snacks throughout the day. So the importance of snacks is big. Some of my favorite snacks, I would say, would be like nuts I can grab and go, rice cakes. I like a good crunchy, salty kind of thing. So there's like different beef jerky, popcorn snacks. I love a good granola, and protein bars are kind of my favorite. So those are kind of my go-to snack options. If you guys get the box, and specifically the gluten-free box or any of the boxes, but they have a gluten-free option, you will get all the snacks. There's a ton of different ones. Love to try them all. Can't recommend it enough. So I hope that helps educate you guys a little bit more on what is gluten-free, why snacks are important, and kind of where this concept gets married together of this gluten-free box. And I encourage it for you guys, but I hope that helps. Have a great day, y'all.